picking has its roots firmly in the American country folk playing tradition. But in the 1950s, country music began to get mixed in with rhythm and blues. And this gave birth to an early form of rock and roll, commonly called rockabilly. The hybrid nature of rockabilly has carried through to the guitar playing techniques used. And one of the hardest of these to master involves using Travis picking. So in this hybrid style, you use a plectrum, but you probably start with the plectrum palmed, usually with the first finger like this, holding the plectrum in against the palm. So that frees up your thumb and remaining 3 fingers to do the picking. And you probably pick a bar or 2 like this. And then throw in a bar or 2 of R&B style, using the plectrum. Then you palm the plectrum again. And then use the plectrum again for another bar of R&B. Changing between one and the other. In this little lesson, we're going to focus in on the picking pattern used in the first 2 bars of that demo. I advise first learning the picking pattern just as you would a normal, straightforward folk style finger picking pattern. You can always add the plectrum-palming and palm muting techniques at a later stage. Step 1 is exactly the same as for the Travis picking patterns we've already learned. I'm starting with an E6 chord held down here with the left hand. So that's an ordinary E shape, but with the little finger added at fret 2 on the B string. While my right hand thumb alternates between the 6th and the 4th string, nice and strong and steady, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Step 2 adds a pinch on the 2nd beat of this bar. 1, 2, 3, 4. And once you've got that going nicely, move on to step 3, which brings in a note played on the off beat after beat 3. So that's 1, 2, 3 and 4. Notice I'm using the middle finger for that note on the 2nd string. Is then completed by adding another offbeat note after the 4th beat. And this extra note is played with the ring finger. So that's the first bar, and I advise practicing that until you can play it for at least 2 minutes straight before moving on. The second bar again starts with the alternating thumb pattern that we established in step 1. But now we add a note on the offbeat after beat 1. Played with the middle finger. And finally, a pinch on the third beat using the ring finger on the top string. After practicing that bar so that you can play it for 2 minutes straight, try adding both bars together. Use the play and pause technique to get started. Play the first bar, pause, play the second bar, pause, first bar, pause, second bar. And once you've got the hang of that, join the two together. Then speed up. Once you've learnt the pattern in the basic form, start experimenting with different rhythms and sounds. So this is where, for example, you can try a bit of palm muting. Just allow the heel of your hand to creep onto the strings here to turn this twangy sound into a sort of dull, percussive sound. You can start introducing some variations. Just use trial and error. Here's a popular one that uses a bend on the top string and an extra pinch on the last beat as well. This little lesson interesting, please click on the like button if there is one, or leave a comment, and do feel free to share the video with your friends. And if you'd like to gain full access to all our guitar teaching materials, please visit the Secret Guitar Teacher site and take a free look round at what's available there. See you again soon.